Warning: this podcast contains mature content and is intended for adult listeners only. The events depicted in this podcast are purely fictional and are not based on real-time events or people. Any similarities to actual events or individuals are purely coincidental. This podcast contains explicit language, mature content, and discussions of sensitive topics. It is intended for mature audiences only. The content of this podcast is for entertainment purposes only and should not be taken as factual information. Listener discretion is advised.
You're listening to an Adam GT2 podcast. We hope you enjoy this podcast and leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.
After months of guerrilla warfare against the Combine, Matthew and his rebel allies had inflicted significant damage. Their hit-and-run tactics had disrupted the enemy's operations and eroded their control over the oppressed population. But the Combine was far from defeated.
Our successes have been hard-fought, but the Combine remains a formidable enemy. We cannot rest until we've broken their stranglehold entirely.
Matthew's resolve remained unwavering. He knew that they needed a decisive strategy to deal a crippling blow to the Combine's infrastructure. But as they prepared for their next move, they received an unexpected transmission. The transmission came from an anonymous source, claiming to possess critical information about a hidden Combine facility, a place rumored to house their most advanced technology and their most formidable weapons.
We don't know who this source is, but the information they've provided could be a game changer. It might be the key to turning the tide of this war.
The rebels gathered to discuss the mysterious transmission and the potential target it revealed. The source referred to the facility as Project Nova, a place shrouded in secrecy and said to hold the Combine's most devastating arsenal. Matthew and the rebel leaders deliberated on whether to trust this information and mount an operation against Project Nova. The risks were immense, but the potential rewards were equally significant.
We've faced countless challenges together, and each time, we've emerged stronger. If this information is accurate, Project Nova could be our chance to cripple the Combine once and for all.
The decision was made. The Rebel Alliance would launch an operation to infiltrate Project Nova, gather intelligence, and if possible, sabotage the Combine's most advanced weapons. The mission would be perilous, and the rebels knew they needed every advantage they could muster. Dr. Elena Vasquez worked tirelessly to develop new gadgets and technologies to aid in the operation.
Our best chance at success is innovation. We need to stay one step ahead of the Combine, using their own technology against them.
As the rebels prepared for the mission, they couldn't help but reflect on how far they'd come. From their humble beginnings in City 17 to now standing on the precipice of infiltrating Project Nova, it was a testament to their determination and resilience. With their preparations complete, the rebels embarked on their mission to infiltrate Project Nova, their hearts filled with hope, uncertainty, and the unwavering belief that they could make a difference. Matthew and his team ventured deeper into Combine territory, their objective clear: infiltrate Project Nova, gather crucial intelligence, and if possible, sabotage the facility's operations. The journey was treacherous, and danger lurked around every corner.
Project Nova is the Combine's most closely guarded secret. We must tread carefully, gather information, and stay one step ahead.
Inside Project Nova, the rebels found themselves in a labyrinthine complex filled with advanced technology and guarded by formidable Combine soldiers. The stakes were higher than ever. Dr. Elena Vasquez's gadgets and innovations proved to be invaluable as the rebels navigated the facility. Her scientific genius kept them one step ahead of the Combine's defenses.
Our only chance is to outsmart them. The Combine may have the firepower, but we have resourcefulness and determination on our side.
As they ventured deeper, they stumbled upon something that sent shivers down their spines: a massive chamber housing what appeared to be a new, devastating type of Combine weapon. The sight of the weapon filled the rebels with dread. They knew that if the Combine unleashed such a weapon, it could spell the end for their world.
We must find a way to disable this weapon. It's too dangerous to leave it operational.
The rebels hatched a daring plan to sabotage the weapon. but it would require splitting up and infiltrating different sections of Project Nova simultaneously. Each team faced their own unique challenges and dangers as they worked towards their common goal. But the rebels' determination and resourcefulness prevailed. Slowly but surely, they made progress, sabotaging the weapon and gathering invaluable data on Combine operations. However, their success was short-lived. The Combine became aware of the breach and began hunting the rebels down, room by room. A harrowing chase ensued, with the rebels narrowly escaping the Combine's clutches. Matthew's leadership was put to the test as they regrouped and fought their way out of Project Nova.
Our mission may have been compromised, but we've gathered critical information. We'll use it to continue our fight against the Combine.
Combine! Watch out!
The rebels emerged from Project Nova battered but determined. They had dealt a blow to the Combine's plans, but the war was far from over. As they returned to their hidden base, they knew that the battle for their world was intensifying. The Combine would be relentless in their pursuit of the rebels, and every step forward would come with new challenges. The rebels had narrowly escaped Project Nova, leaving behind a sabotaged but still formidable Combine weapon. As they returned to their hidden base, their minds were filled with the knowledge that the Combine would stop at nothing to crush their resistance.
Our mission in Project Nova may not have gone as planned, but we've gained crucial insights into the Combine's capabilities. We must use this information to our advantage.
The Rebel Alliance was more determined than ever. They huddled together to analyze the data they had collected, hoping to uncover vulnerabilities in the Combine's operations. Dr. Elena Vasquez's scientific expertise once again proved invaluable as she deciphered the technical details of the Combine's weaponry.
Understanding their technology is our best weapon. We can exploit their weaknesses and turn their own creations against them.
With Dr. Vasquez's insights, the rebels developed a new strategy, targeting combined supply lines and communication hubs, aiming to disrupt their operations on a larger scale. But the Combine was relentless in their pursuit. They intensified their efforts to hunt down the rebels, launching a series of ruthless crackdowns on the population in their occupied territories. The rebels were faced with a difficult choice: continue their guerrilla warfare and risk the lives of innocent civilians, or go deeper underground to evade the Combine's relentless assaults.
Our fight is not just about survival, it's about protecting our people. We'll adapt our tactics to minimize civilian casualties.
The rebels chose to adopt a more covert approach, working tirelessly to minimize harm to the civilian population while continuing to disrupt the Combine's operations. As they moved from the shadows, the rebels forged new alliances with resistance groups in other regions. Their network grew stronger, and they shared intelligence, resources, and strategies. But even with their resilience and growing support, the rebels couldn't ignore the persistent rumors of Neon City, a potential sanctuary where they could regroup and plan their next moves. The dilemma of whether to trust in Neon City or focus on their ongoing operations weighed heavily on Matthew and the rebel leaders.
Neon City is still an enigma, and we can't afford to divert our attention without concrete information. Our priority is to continue the fight against the Combine.
As they remained committed to their fight, the rebels knew that every operation carried risks, but also the hope that each action brought them one step closer to liberation. As the Rebel Alliance continued their covert operations and battled the relentless pursuit of the Combine, Matthew's leadership had become a beacon of hope for the resistance.
Matthew, you've done an exceptional job leading the rebels. Your dedication and resourcefulness have kept us strong.
We've been discussing a critical role, one that could help us even further. It's time we talk about it.
Matthew, surprised by their words, listened intently as the rebel leaders explained the situation.
We have an undercover spy within the Combine, or at least we did. It's been months since we heard from our operative. We don't know if he's alive or dead.
We need someone we can trust to take on this role. Someone who can infiltrate Combine operations and provide us with vital intelligence.
The gravity of the situation weighed on Matthew. Becoming an undercover spy would be a dangerous and challenging task. But he also understood the importance of having eyes and ears within the Combine.
I'll do it. If it means we can gain an advantage over the Combine, I'm willing to take on this role.
Thank you, Matthew. You've shown time and again that you're willing to do whatever it takes for the cause.
We'll provide you with the necessary training and resources. This will be a perilous mission, but it could be a game changer for our rebellion.
Matthew's journey had taken many unexpected turns, and this new mission was no exception. He knew that becoming an undercover spy would test his skills, his resolve, and his ability to adapt in the face of danger. The rebels wasted no time in preparing Matthew for his new role. He underwent intensive training in espionage, covert communication, and blending in with Combine forces. Dr. Elena Vasquez's scientific expertise played a crucial role in equipping Matthew with gadgets and technology that would aid him in his undercover mission.
We'll provide you with tools that can help you gather valuable information while staying hidden in plain sight.
Matthew's transformation into an undercover spy was marked by both excitement and trepidation. He was ready to take on this perilous mission, but the challenges that lay ahead were immense.
I'll do whatever it takes to help our cause, to ensure that the Combine's grip on our world is finally broken.
Matthew had undergone intensive training and received specialized equipment to aid him in his undercover role within the Combine. He was now ready to infiltrate their ranks and gather vital intelligence.
The fate of our rebellion, and perhaps the entire world, depends on the information I can acquire. I must be cautious and resourceful at every turn.
Disguised as a Combine officer, Matthew entered the heart of the enemy's operations. His mission was to gather intelligence on their plans, technology, and weaknesses. Life as an undercover spy was fraught with danger. Matthew had to constantly navigate the perilous waters of trust and deception, all while concealing his true identity. Dr. Elena Vasquez's inventions proved invaluable in aiding Matthew's mission. Her gadgets allowed him to intercept communications, bypass security, and gather vital data.
We've equipped you with the best tools available. Use them wisely, Matthew.
Matthew's infiltration took him deeper into the Combine's inner workings. He uncovered disturbing information about their plans, including the development of a new superweapon that could spell doom for the rebels.
We can't allow that weapon to become operational. I need to find a way to sabotage it.
The pressure was mounting as Matthew balanced his undercover work with the need to relay information to the Rebel Alliance. His covert communications were their lifeline. But the risks of discovery were ever present. The Combine's suspicion grew, and the consequences of being exposed were dire. As the tension escalated, Matthew was faced with an unexpected turn of events when he encountered an old acquaintance within the Combine's ranks, a fellow rebel who had disappeared years ago.
Matthew, it's really you. I thought you were...
Shh. Keep your voice down. We'll talk later.
This encounter raised questions about the rebel operative's true loyalties and the information he could provide. As Matthew continued to gather intelligence and navigate the treacherous world of espionage, the Combine's plans for a devastating assault on the remaining rebel strongholds drew closer. The time had come for Matthew to act. He devised a plan to sabotage the superweapon and disrupt the Combine's impending attack. The mission was perilous, and failure could mean the end of both the rebellion and Matthew himself. Life Before the Facility, Podcast Edition, is a production of Adam GT2 and Adam GT Studios on YouTube. Stay tuned for more podcast stories of resilience, courage, and the enduring human spirit while you hit the like button, comment, subscribe, and that bell icon for more awesome Adam GT2 content. Goodbye for now, and may the spirit of rebellion live on. And here is a quick message to our listeners while we say goodbye for now.
Excited to have your AI requests featured on the Adam GT2 YouTube channel? Simply drop a comment on our latest post and be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more awesome content like this. Your input matters to us.
This has been an Adam GT Studios production.